was my best one, I think.
It's very good. The other one was good as well.
I've been a single mum since Neve was 2.5. Lived mainly in this country, but spent 16 months abroad and came back to a very different Britain. I had a career before I went. I owned my own house. I had a car, and the world fell apart. There are no jobs around that offer school hours, 9 to 3, Monday to Friday, no school holidays. Those jobs don't exist in this country, or very few, and if you've got them, fantastic. But I couldn't find one, and I decided that I needed to work from home as a telemarketer. It's getting harder. My basic wage doesn't go up. My expenses are getting higher. Obviously, with winter coming, everyone's worried about fuel poverty. Electricity bills, gas bills are going up. Because I'm at home all the time, then I am running the electricity all the time. Certainly gas, I'm concerned about this winter, because obviously it's going to get harder, it's going to get colder. At the moment we're very lucky, but it's like watching your pennies just drip away. There was a school trip this year, last week. It was to France. It cost £260, and unfortunately I don't have that sort of money, and although we were given the option to pay for it over the next year, I'm a great believer in you pay for it before you have it, and I just couldn't finance it. I think we're just making ends meet, but I do feel that we miss out. You know, there isn't the option to go to lots of after-school activities. There are lots of after-school activities, but they're not within walking distance, so you've then got to factor in bus fares or taxi fares, because a lot of the places aren't on a bus route, so she does miss out on doing things like that. And I feel terrible as a mum, because as a mum you want to give your child the best that you can, and you know, you have to say no.
I'm not trying to copy a friend, but
you know, we're all working as hard as we can, we're all trying to factor it in, but it's not getting any better. You know, I listened last week to what was said about the housing and about the new grants. I'd love to have a deposit to buy a house, but no one is going to give a self-employed single mum with a variable income a mortgage. And that's the realistic side of it. You know, that's the realism. I'm not probably going to get back on the housing market. I need to make provision for my pension. I need to make provision for my daughter, so that if she wants to go to university, she can go. And that's a huge worry. The vast majority of people on benefits are not scrounging. They desperately want jobs. I get very frustrated about that, and that's really why I wanted to do this, because I think there are so many people in my position that we're sort of not heard anymore. You know, you hear the very rich, you hear from the very poor, you hear from the people that are perceived to be scroungers, but don't talk to people like me who basically, we have tried. We didn't ask to get in this situation. We are doing the best that we can in the circumstances that we have, and that's really what it's about. It's survival now.